Hi, how are we doing today?
I'm doing okay.
That's good to hear. How's everything been since the last time we met?
Well, I got in a fight with my sister, so I've been a little bit anxious and emotions have been everywhere.
Okay. Well, I know that's something that has come up a few times and it continues to be kind of a challenge for you. But that's definitely something that we can talk about today.
Awesome.
So before we get started, I thought we would do a quick mindfulness practice.
Okay.
What this is called is going to be square breathing.
Okay.
So what we're going to be doing is taking a few deep breaths. We're going to be solely focusing on our breathing if we can. If we do have thoughts that come in, we recognize them, but we don't get stuck on them.
Okay.
Okay. So to do this skill, we're going to inhale for 4 seconds, hold our breath for 4 seconds, and then we're going to exhale for 4 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. So here we go. We're going to inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 4. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do 3 more of those. Okay.
Okay.
So here we go. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. 3, 4. Exhale for 4. All right. And then last one. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. All right. Go ahead and exhale. All right. How was that for you?
It was good. It was relaxing.
Okay. Was there anything that you felt kind of made it difficult to focus on your breathing?
I think it was really nice to focus on the breathing and not the current anxiety levels.
Okay. So that is a practice that, you can use. It didn't take very long, but it can definitely help you kind of refocus yourself, give yourself a little bit mental break, and then you can go on with your day.
Okay.
Okay. So I know you talked about having kind of this situation with your sister.
Mm-hmm.
Something that we can use and kind of talk about is distress tolerance.
Okay.
Okay. So in DBT, they talk about different ways to kind of use distress tolerance skills. And one of them is what they call improve, right? And so improve is an acronym. It stands for imagery, meaning, prayer, relaxation, one mindfully, vacation, and encouragement.
Okay.
So each of these things is kind of just a reminder of skills that we can draw on when we're feeling stressed out.
Okay.
So for the first one, imagery. So let's talk about how this whole situation with your sister came up.
Mm-hmm.
What was kind of the scenario?
So we were arguing over what we thought would be the best way to handle a situation, and I thought one way would be better and she thought another way would be better, and we never quite got to a resolution. We just left angrily.
Okay. And so when the situation came up, were you guys able to focus on the goal together, or was it just, she saw things one way, I saw things another way?
I think it was more that we were both focused on getting our way, and we weren't focused on solving the problem.
Okay. So that sounds like it could lead to quite a bit of conflict there.
It did.
How did you feel emotionally?
I felt very upset and angry and just frustrated that she wouldn't listen to me and see things my way.
Okay. So with kind of this improve idea, the first area that we're going to talk about is that imagery.
Mm-hmm.
So given your circumstance, right, your sister and you had this argument, kind of seeing things different. You want it one way, she wants it a different way. When we feel our emotions kind of getting heightened, it's good practice to start trying to help calm those emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And one way to do that is using imagery. And when we talk about imagery, we're trying to think about something positive going on that can kind of take our focus away from this anger and help us calm down,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because when we do get upset, a lot of times we might say things that we don't mean, or they might not be even helpful towards the goal that we're trying to get.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that you can think of that you feel like brings a smile to your face?
I enjoy my cat.
Okay. So animals can be very therapeutic, right? Is there a specific thing that you like seeing your cat do, or a specific time that you can kind of picture in your mind?
Me and my cat enjoy watching the sunrise. I wake up early and we'll watch the sunrise together with my morning coffee.
Okay, sounds very peaceful.
It's my most relaxing time.
Okay, that sounds like maybe a potential time to do some meditation or some mindfulness. Very nice.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So then the next one would be identifying meaning in your life. What do you feel like the meaning for you is in your life?
It's to make other people's lives better, to do nice things, to see things, and enjoy my life.
Okay. In what ways do you currently do that?
I like going for walks. I like being with my family. I work when I can and help others when I can.
That sounds great. That sounds like there's a lot of important meaning to your life right now.
Yeah.
Very good. Are you a religious person?
I am.
Okay. So this next one is the use of prayer. Okay. And sometimes when we feel like our lives are out of control, it's nice to be able to reach out to a higher power, whether that is your Christian belief or a different deity or higher power, that we can go to them, and kind of have someone that we can pray to and ask for help. Or if we feel confused, we might be able to find a little bit of guidance there.
Yeah, I do find that relaxing.
Are you involved in your church at all?
I haven't been since COVID.
Okay. So yes, the pandemic has definitely made things much more challenging for those types of situations. Do they offer any, online services or groups that you might be able to get involved in?
I'm not sure, but I can definitely look into it.
Okay.
To see where possibly another church service that does offer that
Sure.
program.
Yes, so building that community and having those social outlets can be really beneficial.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
The next part we're going to talk about is relaxation. I know earlier you said you talked about, having your coffee and enjoying kind of the sunrise with your cat. What else do you do to relax?
I like going outdoors. I like going to the beach. I like to read, and I'll listen to music a lot of times too.
Okay. What types of music do you like to listen to?
I like all sorts of music. I like classical music. I like rock music. I like some different types of foreign music where it's just instrumentals. So all different kinds.
Do you have a go-to song that you might go to when you're feeling upset?
I think Elton John might be good for that.
Okay. Any specific song of his?
Maybe Tiny Dancer.
Tiny Dancer?
Yeah.
I like Tiny Dancer.
Yeah, it's a great song.
It is. So the beauty of music is that a lot of times it can affect our mood, positively or negatively. When we're sad, we can listen to things to kind of keep us upbeat. So I think that's a really good way to relax.
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel better after I listen to music.
Do you make that kind of an everyday routine for yourself?
No, but I should.
What about the exercise piece?
No, but I definitely should with that as well.
Okay.
Because I used to enjoy exercising a lot, but I feel like I got thrown off with the pandemic.
Sure. Absolutely. It's thrown a wrench in a lot of plans.
Yeah.
And a lot of routines.
Yeah.
Okay. Our next one is going to be mindfully. What that means is that we're trying to focus on one thing at a time. A lot of times our lives can be hectic and we got a lot of different things pulling us in different directions. And the goal for that is to try and be present in the moment and focus on one thing at a time.
Okay.
How do you feel like you manage kind of being pulled in different directions or being able to focus on one thing in particular?
Poorly.
Okay.
So when I get frustrated, I have a hard time, and then my thoughts start racing and I go from one topic to another, and I tend to kind of get very angry and flustered and frustrated because there's so much going on at one time.
Okay. So taking some of the skills that we've talked about today, as well as like mindfulness, right? We're trying to stay present in the moment. We're trying to control those emotions, and we're trying to be able to focus on the one thing and the priority that we have. It's easier said than done, but as we continue to work these different skills and things like that, hopefully we can improve in those areas.
Okay.
The next one is the vacation. So vacation in this situation doesn't necessarily mean going out of town or to Hawaii or anything fancy. It could be just taking a few moments to yourself. How do you do as far as that goes?
I do that. I try to do that every morning with my coffee and my cat in the early morning when it's just me awake. So
Okay.
I do have those little moments where I just have my own quiet time and enjoy the company of my cat and the sunrise.
It sounds great that you do that in the morning. Is there times maybe, throughout the day or any evenings or anything like that that you feel like could be other opportunities to maybe take a break or a little bit of a timeout for yourself?
I could probably do that at lunchtime at when I work.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that, again, sometimes is a good time to maybe listen to music or things of that nature. So it does sound like you've got a lot of strengths and coping skills that we just got to recognize.
Yeah. And start using them a little bit more.
Sure. The next one is going to be, the next one and the final one is encouragement. So encouragement is more like positive self-talk and kind of believing in yourself. How is your self-esteem?
It's not the best, but I'm working on it.
Okay. Is there anything that you are able to tell yourself, like when you go into a situation that you feel like could either psych yourself up or put you in a better mind frame?
I tend to try to tell myself and remind myself that I can only do the best that I can do, and that's within my control, and everything else is just external factors that aren't in my control, and I'll just try to do my best at accomplishing my goal that I've set forth.
Absolutely. A lot of times it's important to be able to have that kind of self-belief. We all go through different times where it's like, oh, I don't know about this, and we got to kind of psych ourselves up. Sometimes even looking in the mirror in the mornings and be like, you got this, you can do this, can be really helpful just to kind of set the tone. We're setting that positive energy, and we're putting ourselves in a mind frame that we're going to be able to accomplish what we set out to do.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's something I can definitely implement.
Okay. So that is the different skills for the improve. Did you have any questions or anything?